Hey, what is up everyone and welcome back. This week has been a great week for films and I have a bunch of exciting announcements to share with you, plus some awesome gaming news. So let's just get straight into it. First up, Sorry to Bother You is a film I have been eagerly anticipating and it's out in the UK this Friday. The hyper-reality film is finally getting released from cinemas here and it's already received a ton of critical praise. So I'm definitely going to be looking forward to seeing it in the cinema as soon as I can. This film follows a deadbeat that suddenly starts to excel at telemarketing to the point where he suddenly finds himself with more money than he knows what to do with.
Was that Visa or MasterCard?
We gon' level it up! You're going upstairs, my compadre.
Okay, bravo.
You don't have to sell out. I'm not selling out.
Here's the starting salary. Well, man, I'm gonna have to get me some new suits.
Next up, Blade Runner fans rejoice as Blade Runner is getting its own anime series. Adult Swim, my personal favourite studio, has announced they are doing a new anime series based on Ridley Scott's legendary 1982 classic Blade Runner. The series, titled Blade Runner Black Lotus, will initially span 13 episodes and will be made by Adult Swim in collaboration with Alcon Television Group. The film is based on the equally legendary 1968 novel Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. The series will be primarily based on the Blade Runner 2049 sequel and will have 2049 screenwriters Michael Green and Mike Johnson on board. As a big fan of the Blade Runner series, this is great news and I'm super curious to see how they will translate the Blade Runner formula into anime. Details are scarce at this point, but we do know so far that it's going to be set in the year 2032 between the two films and will include familiar characters. Animation will be produced by Solar Digital Arts, who handled the excellent anime spin-off / prequel Blade Runner Blackout 2022, with both Shinji Aramaki and Kenji Kamiyama. I'm really sorry if I butchered your names, guys. But they are from the upcoming Ghost in the Shell reboot, directing all the episodes, with Shinichiro Wanatabe, who you might know from Cowboy Bebop, is on board as the creative director. So this looks to be a very promising series, as even the short anime that they brought out for Blackout 2022 immediately set my mind racing as to what a fully realised anime would look like set in the Blade Runner universe.
No heaven or hell for us. This world is all we've got.
Also, news broke earlier in the week that John Wick 3 has finished filming, with its release due in May 2019. During a recent chat with Collider, Chaz Stahelski, the director of John Wick 3 Parabellum, summed up the story with a few choice words, saying horses, dogs, cats, a raven, a bunch of pigeons, a motorcycle chase, a car chase, Halle Berry, Lawrence Fishburne, Ian McShane, Lance Reddick, shotguns and ninjas. Yes, so John Wick 3 is set to come out 16th of May 2019. I absolutely cannot wait. The sequel being pretty much like a perfect sequel to the original John Wick, so I'm really interested to see what they do with the third film.
You have no idea what's coming.
You want a war? Or do you want to just give me a gun?
In gaming, Wipeout Omega Collection now has 60% off till the 20th of December, making it just $11.99 for PlayStation Plus members, which is a crazy good deal. If, like me, you missed out Wipeout 2048 because it was on the Vita and it was exclusive to the Vita up until now, this is the perfect time to pick it up. I played the absolute hell out of Wipeout HD and Rage expansion on my PS3, and the Omega Collection brings all three titles together in one package, remastered for the PS4. What's more, it's not just a simple port, and there's some extra visual polish on pretty much every aspect of the game. And now you can even play Wipeout in PSVR, which I've heard nothing but good things about. Definitely look at some other YouTube videos if you want to see that. I don't unfortunately have a PSVR headset, but it's pretty much been one of the main reasons that I've thought about actually getting one, to be honest with you. I gotta say, one of the most striking things I've noticed in this remaster package is the improvement that they've made to the engine noises above all else. And it sounds like a really simple thing to get hung up on, but like these hovercrafts that they've made in this game, they now sound a bit sort of like a blend between Star Wars ships mixed with Formula One engines. and it just adds like a whole different layer of immersion that I haven't experienced before. And as soon as you get into a race, you really do notice it. This coupled with the new visuals that they put into the game, it's like playing Wipeout for the first time, back when the first original PlayStation landed. So yeah, highly recommend checking it out. There is actually a free demo on store right now if you want to see a bit more of what they're going on. But yeah, there's a bunch of other great discounts on the store right now. So yeah, if you haven't missed anything in the last year or so, like myself, definitely worth a look right now. And speaking of the original PlayStation, the PlayStation Classic is out now and people's reactions have been pretty mixed. In case you missed it, there's a list of 20 games that are included with the console, and I'll give you my gut reactions to each of the games to kind of give you an idea of where I stand on them. First up, Battle Arena Toshinden, meh. Cool Borders 2, I mean, it was okay at the time, but I mean, look back at the graphics now and just, oof. Destruction Derby, I mean, why couldn't you've got the second one, Sony, come on. Final Fantasy VII, sure. Grand Theft Auto, awesome game, but I mean, like, it's also not aged terribly well. I did love the original first Grand Theft Auto back in the day. You got Intelligent Cube, yep. Jumping Flash, never really heard of it. Metal Gear Solid, yes, this is still an amazing game that holds up so well. Really good get. Mr. Driller, meh. Oddworld, yes. I mean, how can you hate a game when there's a dedicated button to you farting, for God's sake? Rayman, yeah, of course, gotta love Rayman. Resident Evil Director's Cut, I mean, sure, but those voice actors though, yeesh. Revelations Persona, Ridge Racer Type 4, yeah, I absolutely played the hell out of this. Really good game back in the day. I'm not too sure some of the graphics have, as I say, aged really that well, but still a really good game. Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, yes, absolutely love that. Siphon Filter, I mean, I like that bit where you can taser a guy until he literally cuts on fire, but other than that, I couldn't tell you anything else that happens in Siphon Filter, to be honest with you. Tekken 3, hell yes, this is probably still one of my favourite games from the PlayStation of all time, to be honest with you. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, I mean, why? Twisted Metal is missing the number 2 on it because that's the game that really everyone wants. Wild Arms, meh. And you also get 2 controllers, all for the price of £90. Out of all the games that are there, I mean, there's only probably about 5 that I really hold any sort of nostalgia for. Other than that, I mean, there's not really that much I'd really want to play for again. And you do get some major titles in there, which is good, but it's missing some really major ones like Silent Hill, Gran Turismo, Crash Bandicoot, Parappa the Rapper, Resident Evil 2. I mean, like, come on, man. These are like the games that really made the PlayStation what it was. And it's a real shame that they're not preloaded on the system. But, you know, the original PlayStation, it was a third-party title box more than anything else. So it's understandable that we wouldn't be able to get back in this. But, I mean, like, the list as it stands for those 20 games, it really doesn't excite me all that much. So it's really not for me. It does make that noise that everyone wants to hear, though. So there is that. But I mean, you could just watch that on a YouTube video as well, you know. So that's about it for this week, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about anything I've been talking about today. Have you picked up a PlayStation Classic? Is it any good? Have you seen anything else in the store that's worth a look? Please let me know. I'd really like to hear from you. Remember, if you're on YouTube, hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future content. If you're on Facebook, make sure you hit the notifications and see first, and you'll get updated as soon as new stuff comes out on even my channels. If you want to be extra awesome and support this channel, check out my Patreon. It's patreon.com/surrealflix, where I'm currently giving away £36 worth of music to all of my $8 tier patrons, and I have a bunch of digital goods as well as a bonus for any tier that you choose. Tiers that are just a couple of dollars. PayPal handles the conversion, and it really does help me out no matter what you can give. And if you just choose to support this channel just by liking and commenting, I really do appreciate it. So thank you guys all so much. But that's just about it for this week, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Much love and respect out to all of you guys, and I will see you next week. Okay. Nope. Next up, Blade Runner. Next up, Blade Runner. Why do I keep saying Blade Runner? This isn't just a simple port, you know, this is like an actual proper remaster. Everything's running at a super smooth.